Torah uses the expression with everything as part of the divine blessing to Abraham. God blessed him with everything. In reality, it would seem that the text of the Torah contradicts this fact, which is further expanded by the Midrash, which indicates that Abraham went through 10 trials. He was thrown into a living fire because of his belief in one God, because he was denying thereby the existence of idols which were worshipped at that time. Abraham had difficulty in procreating, having children. His wife Sarah gave birth only when she was 90 years old. He had difficulties he saw the difficulties between his sons Ishmael and Yitzchak, and perhaps the most terrible, atrocious time in his life, when God told him that he had to offer as a sacrifice his son Isaac, Yitzchak. Maybe the blessing of God of Abraham by telling him, "You're blessed with everything," refers really to the characteristic that Abraham had. He was satisfied with what he had. He felt he had everything. Even when he was aware that he lacked certain things, such as a descendant, he knew to recognize, to accentuate what he had. To think that one is blessed by God is the result of appreciating the things that you really have, because there will always be something that is missing. No one has really everything, but he who accentuates what he has everything. Accentuate the positive. That is the motto of a very famous American song. Think about what you have. You get up in the morning and you can breathe. You have eyes with which you can see the world. You can see nature. You can smell a flower. You can taste food. Look at all the things that you have. Those of us who are lucky and have a family, what a joy it is to have a spouse, a partner in life, children. Abraham thought he had everything because he had come out unscathed, really, from that wildfire. Because finally he had children. Because he didn't have to sacrifice Yitzchak. That's why he had everything. Because he looked at the good results of all these events. However, the enmity, the conflict between his sons Ishmael and Yitzchak was never resolved. It continues until present time. Maybe Abraham thought something else. Maybe he thought that conflict and obstacles are part of life, that demand solutions, even though you can't solve the problem. Problems are part of living. Only inert objects, inert beings have no conflicts to anticipate. Life involves problems and solutions, questions and answers, and maybe situations that have no answers. Look at how Noah reacted after the flood. He planted a vineyard. With the grapes he made wine and got drunk. He couldn't look at a world, couldn't conceive a world that had been destroyed. What meaning did life have? Abraham never fell into a depression. He never gave up. There were two very basic episodes at a certain point in his life. God had told him to offer his son Isaac as a sacrifice. True, it didn't take place, but it surely must have moved all his self. And then the subsequent death of his wife Sarah, his life's companion. Our rabbis say that while Abraham was teaching about the existence of one God to the men, Sarah was doing the same thing with the women. They were cooperating in a mission. They had a mission in life, and now she was no longer there. What happened? Abraham does not become paralyzed. Of course, he feels deeply what happened. He goes and buys a burial place for his wife that will also serve as a resting place for the patriarchs. And it's the first acquisition, interchange of money for property that takes place in the promised land. And he also thinks about the future. His son Isaac is not married. He must see how to get him married, find the proper mate, a proper spouse for his son Isaac. He does not give up. He doesn't become immobilized. Tragic events happened in his life, but he knows that life has to go on because God's help is a gift. There are people who think that the state, the government owes them. Fate owes them. Destiny owes them. And others maybe think that they have what they deserve really. And they're grateful for every small act of kindness in this world. So think, don't let adversity get the better of you. Struggle always exists. Life consists in looking for solution to problems, looking how to overcome difficult situations. Each of these episodes strengthened the life of Abraham. The same will happen with you. We all have our problems. We all have our difficulties. Yet we have to be satisfied with our ability to confront situations. And maybe think also that some situations simply don't have a solution. But time will tell. Maybe eventually something will really occur that will help you in solving the situation.